Why weren't you waiting for me at the door? Get your cellulite-ridden ass over here. Why does this house look identical to how it looked when I left? If all you do is jerk off to Oprah all day, you're just going to begin to develop your own gravitational pull. Well, quit looking at me like that, like you expect something from me, and get to work, you lazy bitch. But first, give me your cell phone. I gotta check it. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, right, it's your brother. I guess it doesn't matter when all you're good for is being a brood sow. This is why your father won't talk to you. Grown men can't stand loose women with poor complexions. It makes us sick. Ugh. Just stop trying to clean. You're useless at that, too. Go and attempt to make something that could potentially pass as food. Slicing entire Twinkies from your nasty thighs doesn't count. Hey, stupid. That's not how you oil a pan. I thought you women could at least handle yourself in the kitchen. Or is the problem that you have to fumble around piles of trash you didn't clean while contending with your last 2 brain cells? God, I do not understand how you can wake up every day and continue existing when you're so absolutely impossibly useless for anything except being a sex toy. You're basically terrible at that, too. May as well start calling you Patrick since you just starfish and take it like an abused and abandoned animal. Coming home to see you in my house each day always ruins my appetite for anything. I hope you're proud of your uncanny ability to ruin everything good in other people's lives. The world would be a better place if I just kept you tied to the radiator in the basement and sold your body to help pay for the food you ruin but mostly consume. I thought you were going on a diet anyway. The only hard thing you don't give up on is strange, diseased cock. Okay, alright. You know what? This is horrible. What is wrong with you people? Have you really made it this far? Why is this appealing or attractive? It's time to stop now. I mean, seriously. Is the appeal of this because you've got a bad relationship with your father? I promise that having a legitimate relationship with someone is more fulfilling. And sure, I get that this is a fantasy, this is supposed to be a parody, but as I'm writing this script, I couldn't bring myself to continue. If you weren't watching this ironically or because it was a parody, please seek therapy. I mean, if you're the type of person who is sexually aroused by this, you have some serious underlying issues you are not addressing, and fantasy fulfillment is only helpful to a degree. I mean, let's be real, this isn't helping anyone. Enough preaching, the rest of this is a story from my youth. So, when I lived in Central Florida, I spent one summer sleeping in a massive 8-person tent out back my nice big lawn, because it was awesome and I could get away with murder out there. One time I invited 2 friends. They probably won't mind if I said their names, but I'll keep them anonymous since I don't know for sure. We'll call them Gene and Edgar. So, Gene was hanging out with his girlfriend and was complaining about a blue balls situation he was dealing with. Edgar and I, mostly me, made fun of him a little bit about it. But he stopped complaining, so the night went on. I started a little fire in this dirt patch in the lawn to hang out by. Yes, people in Florida, perhaps unbelievably, do start fires occasionally, even though the environment does most of the work. After a little bit of sitting around the fire and chatting, I asked Edgar and Gene to take care of the fire by snuffing it out with dirt, spraying it with the hose, loading all the remnants into a shirt-made bag, and soaking that, then tossing it in this really deep dirt hole. Very specific instructions. While they did that, I went inside and made everyone some food. When I came back out with some grub, everything is all cleaned up and we eat. We go into the tent. I play some cards and go to sleep. In the middle of the night, Edgar and I are awoken by a voice saying, "Hey, get up! There's a fire 10 feet from your tent." Well, that wakes me up pretty quickly. I go out of the tent with Edgar, and the first thing I notice is the fire is well over 11 feet high and blazing. The second thing I notice is Gene is missing. I don't know where he went, where his things had gone, and my first assumption is, oh, well, he saw a fire, grabbed his shit, and bailed without saying a word to us and left us to die like the dude who gets eaten by the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 1 on the toilet. So, I'm pissed. And just like, what the fucking everything perpetually. My stepdad gets this enormous ticket, and Edgar and I go to bed in my room for the remaining 3 hours of the night there is left. In the morning, we have to help my stepdad clean up and water off anything still smoking. That's when I find a t-shirt bag covered in burn holes sitting in a pile of dead leaves about 3 yards from the hole they were supposed to go in, so I scolded Edgar for that. The next time I saw Gene, I tell him what happened, and he claims he went to the hospital for his blue balls. And when he left, there was no fire. I still don't believe him, but that's how I almost died one of the times I almost died because of my friends. Thanks for watching Nonsense Entertainment. I hope this content swerve didn't piss you off too much. It's just, that was way too ridiculous, and it really hurt my soul to write.